So until their brain develop, this group of gangsters or this group of gangbangers, they the planet of the apes when the apes got the guns. They the monkeys with the guns. They the monkeys with the guns, and a lot of people go die. There's nothing in the black community, there's nothing in the hip hop community, my nigga, that helps a nigga understand when he reads something, how to read to comprehend. That's why folks argue over posts. That's why this group of people seem like they can't understand nothing and they can't get along with nothing because they lack the ability to comprehend. So this is the group that says, you have to be to work tomorrow at 9 o'clock, you get off at 6 o'clock, you off on Fridays and Saturdays, you get two. This is the group you tell how to, they can't think outside the box. So they don't know that anger is a natural emotion. They don't know it's all right to get mad. It's what you do when you get mad, right? So some niggas, soon they get mad, homie, their initial thought is to hurt you. Whether that's their sister, the supervisor at work, their initial thought is to hurt you. They don't have the abilities and the skill to think away from hurting somebody, to weigh the cost and the benefits, to say, okay, well, maybe they don't have that ability, homie. So until their brain develop, this group of gangsters or this group of gangbangers, they the planet of the apes when the apes got the guns. They the monkeys with the guns. They the monkeys with the guns, and a lot of people go die. So lack of education.
Hey man, this is why a lot of people don't like this brother right here. And this is why I can't follow a brother like this. Like, a lot of the stuff that he says, great. I agree with a lot of it. But when you are willing to put down your own people in a derogatory way that your oppressor has always done, then you negate all the good that you've done or said. Because when it comes to someone that is a leader or outspoken about your people, want better for your people, you have to choose someone to follow that's gonna speak highly, not speak lies. There's nothing wrong with telling the truth. A lot of stuff he said was true. A lot of these kids can't think outside the box. You do gotta tell them how to conduct themselves. But at the end of the day, you can't be calling me a monkey. You can't be saying I'm an ape. That's where all that stuff, all that good stuff you said go down the drain. And I know that he didn't really mean to say that. It just came out because that's just how he speaks. But like, watch how when he says it, he starts to hesitate afterwards.
So until their brain develop, this group of gangsters or this group of gangbangers, they the planet of the apes when the apes got the guns. They the monkeys with the guns. They the monkeys with the guns, and a lot of people go die. So lack of education.
You see that? So he like, damn. I said it, I had to go in on it. I really didn't want to say that. That's how I feel. He could be trying to think of a new thing to say, but it seemed as if when you're someone that's passionate and you make a statement and you a public figure and you say something crazy, you will be regretting it. I'm telling you. This is not something that I want to hear, that our people should be hearing, that the children should be hearing, whether or not you a gangster, a gangbanger, a felon. This is not what, you don't want to follow someone like this. And the fact that he got weed in his hand, that also lets you know that this is not someone you should be following. You know, it sounds good. You got to take, with him, you got to take the meat and then spit out the bones. Period. A lot of stuff he said is true. Now, he do be in those courtrooms and the council meetings and things like that, but I mean, when you start calling us monkeys, the gangsters is the ones in the courtrooms. The ones you fighting for in the council member meetings, those are the ones you fighting for. The ones you call apes is the one you fight. You ain't fighting for me, because I I know where I should be at. I got leaders. I got mentors. And I'm not in the system caught up. So all the ones you fighting for is in the system caught up, you just called monkeys. Period. And these are some of the brightest minds. It's just that we grew up in a cage, so we look deformed. But that doesn't mean that you need to call us monkeys. Our oppressor call us monkeys. Our enemies call us monkeys. We don't need you to also call us monkeys. When someone calls you an ape, he's telling you that you are less than biologically, mentally, spiritually. You are less than in every way because I've evolved to be better than you. You was just a monkey. Yeah, you was first. Okay, yeah, we all come from you, but I'm better than you. And that's the whole issue with the whole Big Bang Theory and Darwinism with the evolution, because at the end of the day, so-called black folks should never believe in evolution, because at the end of the day, when you go down the rabbit hole of that conversation, you're going to end up with the white man being above you and you being underneath the white man. Why? Because evolutionary, if that's a word, you are below him because he came from you and did better than you. And that's why he rules all the world. That's why he rules all the science. That's why he rules all the math. Meanwhile, you created all the science, all the math, a lot of the languages. You wouldn't have German, you wouldn't have Russian, you wouldn't have English. If it wasn't for black folks, then most of the languages on the planet, we wouldn't even be talking. But when you start talking about evolution, you put yourself at the bottom automatically. So for this brother to be saying this is just disheartening, it's disingenuous, it's unnecessary, and it shows that this brother is not someone that we should be following. We can listen, nothing wrong with listening to people, because you can take some good stuff. I like a lot of stuff that he says, but following him and following in his footsteps, if someone's a leader, then shouldn't we be following after their footsteps? That's not a man I would be following after his footsteps. You cannot tell me that I need to be better and then you smoking weed. The black man can't afford to smoke no weed. Not only is it something that the Lord don't like, but we have the most traps and obstacles in our way that we need all of our brain cells, as many as we could get, in order to navigate those obstacles. So smoking weed is not good for the black man. It don't need to be legal. They made it legal so that you can fall into the traps, not so that you can enjoy yourself. The white man don't care if you enjoy yourself.
Lack of education. Lack of education, homie, is what's different now. We had some sort of education. That's why when them niggas come back from prison, they can speak Arabic. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. They can speak Hebrew language. They can go down there and read about black people was the real Jews 50,000 years ago. This group here, you got to tell them about that. They ain't gonna be able to read it. The Book of Eli. Go back and watch the movie, The Book of Eli. That group, sitting on side the road behind a car, broke down car, ready to jump out and attack. That group. And they don't know nothing about picking up a book.
Now, a lot of the kids can read, and you can learn how to read in jail. You should learn that you are the real Jew. There's plenty of books, the 13th tribe, there's plenty of books that you can get that show that you are the real Jew. The white man over there in Israel is not the real Jew. You the real Jew. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they are the real Israelites. Now, reading about Islam, that's trash. Reading the book of Enoch, trash. Watching the movie, The Book of Eli, it's a pretty good movie. But yeah, you should learn about who you are. You should learn about the Lord and what he wants from you and where you stand when it comes to pleasing the Lord. You should want to do those things. And sometimes it does take someone going to jail, sitting down and having rules, regulations, guidelines, and discipline to be able to do that. Everybody is not going to just wake up and want to just read a book. Why? Because we got social media. Why? We got these YouTube shorts. We got these Instagram reels and TikToks. They only 60 seconds. And so your attention span is used to getting dopamine for 60 seconds. Anything past that, you're not interested. You just want 60 seconds of dopamine and then move on to the next thing. Another 60 seconds, another 60 seconds. Meanwhile, they got videos on YouTube where you can learn something that's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. But no, these kids are so impatient and undisciplined that they cannot just pick up a book and read. Not that they can't read, that they don't want to read. It's not quick enough. Take too long to get down the page to get to what the point is. All right, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought. You know, do you agree that we the apes or not agree? Do you think that that's what he meant? Was it out of context? Maybe so. But I've watched this whole interview and it didn't seem out of context. It seemed out of place. It seemed unnecessary. And I just wanted to address it that anyone that's gonna downplay you can never really be for you. Now, I don't know why he be in these courtrooms and council member meetings and all these things and, you know, working with the youth and the VIP, the violence intervention programs. I don't know why. Sometimes people do things for themselves so they can feel good. Not really for no one else, but just to show that, oh, look at what I did. Look at what I've tried. Look at what the circles I've been in. Look at the people I've done. Look at the contacts I've made. I don't know why he do it. But when someone calls you a damn monkey, a damn ape, you gotta just listen and move on. All right. Just want to throw that out there. So let me know what you guys thought in the comments. If I made you smile, go ahead and hit the like button. If I made you think, go ahead and comment and go ahead and share and hit that subscription button because we a small channel trying to do big things and we need all the clicks and interaction we can get. All right. Peace.